Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to BeamNG.drive, and the car up front today, I've no idea how it survived the last round. The little Moolark in second place, right up behind it, is the first of the two new cars, the Mania CJD. In third we have the car that needs to win, the SBR4, and then in fourth we have, it's meant to be a Barstow, some kind of apocalyptic looking version of it. And then at the back we have the car which just can't seem to win a round. No matter how many opportunities it has, the Burnside Limo. I'm going to go for the Barstow, the fourth place car, as my pick to win this round. Let's see. This is the I can't remember the name of the car now. Yep, it's going absolutely nowhere though, the Mania. And it's on random as well, so I don't know what its problem is. But now then, it's already been just destroyed at the back, and it's going to get pushed along now with it. Okay, I'm seeing a bit of fire. Okay, that's not a good sign. Already now everything's going okay. The limo is just taking its time out back, and now the Mania gets going, forces itself into the little Moolark, which gets itself going though. Still in second place, getting a bit of a wiggle on though, and the SBR just shoves it around completely to finish what the the engines fell out. That's it for the Moolark then. It sent the SBR4 airborne a little bit. Now then, this thing is causing quite the problem. I think it's actually connected to the SBR. Okay, that's taken out the wheel. That's the car that needs to win. Now, I don't think it's going to be doing that anytime soon. And so it's still the Mania out of all of that actually leads the round. The Barstow's been sent round because it's eating the front bumper, or it could be the rear bumper actually of the SBR. Let's get that removed. Hopefully that hasn't taken out anything else with it. That should be okay now to get going again. Let's get on board now then with the SBR. If that can get itself going okay, which it gets round, it takes off the front bumper just for good measure. Now then, the Barstow is trying to get going, so now taken there by the SBR, although it is trying to get itself turned around, so it should be okay to get going again. The Mania, how has this thing survived that? It went absolutely nowhere at the start, literally. You saw it, it wasn't even moving. And this thing somehow has quite the lead, and somehow the spoiler survived all of that as well. And the SBR though, the aero wise it still looks okay. That wheel I think still actually turns, so it got a lucky escape from that. And also the car I picked to win this round, I don't think it's going to be doing that, but it's still going at an okay amount of speed. And now then, how much is the limo here going to cook its brakes trying to catch up to the Mania? Honestly, I wouldn't think too much. It's not going to need to push all that hard really. Okay, so the thing goes absolutely nowhere. On acceleration, okay, the front splitter's doing some interesting jiggling as well. If the fuel tank isn't ruptured, I'll be very, very surprised about that. And the limo though is going to be coming. I mean, this thing actually has a higher top speed than the SBR. But you've seen how slow it is through the gears. It never actually gets to its top speed. Even down the street with me driving it, you can't even reach its top speed. The Barstow though is catching up though to the SBR. And, oh, that's huge contact. Are these two now locked together? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's the two of them now locked together for what's left of the Mania. So I was going to try and separate them. Keyword being try. I don't know how I'm actually going to get these two off of each other now. That's not going to do anything, is it? Nope. And it's actually locked from the front of the Burnside. I'm seeing this. The front bumper is one of the problems. Okay, that's the side. Was probably going to have to go at some point anyway. And let's actually get hold now of the that's the grill. Still not the bit I wanted to hold, but was probably going to have to come off anyway. And let's actually get hold of the bumper this time, and that should now be the cars separated, I think. Either way, it's going to get the Mania sent round. The Burnside though, is that going to go into the wall from all of this? No, it's just about going to avoid it, and it actually gets the lead out of all of that as well. Does the Mania still move? Unsurprisingly, no. But one thing I am going to do, like the first time ever, is move it out of the way, because otherwise the two cars behind it have absolutely no chance of survival. Let's just move this out of the way over to there, and then that's the SBR through, because it was going to ruin the battle as well. And if the car was still moving, I would have left it. But this thing has absolutely no chance of moving whatsoever, so that's it going to be out of the next round anyway. And then these two now find each other in the fight for second, what is now second place, as the limo can, if it wants to, it can just take it easy since it's now in the lead, but the brakes are already smoking. Now, are these two stuck together? I don't actually know yet. Looking at it, maybe, but I'm not sure. I have to wait and see though through this sector how things go, because I get the feeling that the rear of the car is actually stuck. Okay, well that's the spoiler destroyed. Right, now I'm going to get on board here with the Barstow. I'm going to do what I usually do now to separate the cars, which is to slam on the brakes, and yep, that's them stuck together. Okay, so now I'm going to put this back onto random, turn the speed down to 100, get it off pause, and see what do I have to remove. It looks like the bumper of the Barstow is what was causing the problem. Now then, that's removed, and that's not, well, it is. I think that's them separated. Yep, that's them separated now. That spoiler's going to have absolutely no effect now to the SBRs. I don't know how aero dependent this car is. I mean, these things are so strong anyway. I don't think the rear wing would have going to have made all too much of the difference anyway. As the limo though, coming now into the final two corners now to complete what is only the end of the first lap, so still got a long way to go yet, and with the condition it's in, it should be okay to get around the second lap. Just depends though about those brakes. There's been a change for second place, which we've missed watching that, so it might just be as it is for the second lap. Now the front lights are absolutely destroyed on the Barstow, as the sides of it, well, the back of it, I don't know what those are. There's some sort of like propane tanks, or well, they were propane tanks anyway. Put it like that. Now then, I don't know if the Mulok though is on the racing line. I don't think it is, although bits of debris still are, and bits of debris I don't move. And it's going to run over the front bumper there. No, it's going to run over the engine. Yes, it is. It's hit the engine of the Mulok, and is that going to flip it? No way. It just about brings itself back down, but is it going to spin itself out? It looks like it, is it? It's wiggling, it's trying to keep itself going under control. It just managed to hold it. Who'd have thought the little engine would have so much impact, quite literally. I don't even know where the engine's gone now. Can you even see it from here still? It's still on the racing line, which now means it's going to be a problem now for the Barstow when that comes down in second place. The limo, is that now limping? It's not doing 84 mile an hour. I think that's took out something important. But now then, it's going to be the Barstow now. That's coming down now, and that's going to make contact now with the engine as well. It runs headfirst into it, and that's give it a bit of a wheelie. It's taking out one of the rear wheels as well. Now then, can this thing get itself back under control? No, it's on the grass. It's not going to get any control out of there. But now then, what about the SBR? It's past the engine. I think, well, I don't actually know where the engine went. Okay, it's over there now. The Barstow though gets itself going again, but it's going to be it's going to have quite the contact made from the SBR. It's going to come now right into the back of it, but then again, I don't think there's really anything at the back that's worth anything that can get damaged really. And there's still the final second place as the SBR now gets back into second place. Can it chase down now after a limping limo? Can it retake the lead? Of course, well, with the limo limping, at least the brakes won't overheat. The Barstow though, the engine did quite the number to this thing. I mean, it went right over the front of it like that. So I'm surprised that didn't take out the actual engine for this car. I don't know how it punctured the rear tyres though. That's the thing. I've seen it before when I was testing that car. If you can get a lot of wheel spin, the tyres do puncture from that, but it didn't really. I would have thought that would have been the cause for it. Now the limo, I need to be getting up to some okay-ish speeds now. The SBR though, I feel like could go quicker. That thing is sparking along the ground. Okay, it's just the spoiler that's actually sparking. The rest of the car still has plenty enough ground clearance, and this might end up being quite a slow end to this round, with slow-moving cars to go with it. Because the fight for second place is not going to be any more. Because the balance side, if you can just get around here, the Barstow, if you can just get around, then it's going to be through into the next round. But the SBR, it has to catch up though to the limping limo if it's to have any chance of getting through. And this thing, it's limping as well. So honestly, I get the feeling is none of these cars might actually end up making it around. So might actually end up having 5 new cars for the next round. And this thing, I don't know why it's limping so badly now. I think it might just be rolling down the hill at this point. Because the speedo's not updating from 26, actually it's going down. I think the SBR is actually it's out. I think here comes the Barstow behind it, and then can this thing get going? I don't know what it's doing really. It's going very slowly. Maybe let's go with 20 mile an hour, otherwise it will be counted out for going too slowly anyway. Everything is just limping. The limo should actually get round though, although in a limping state as well. The SBR, it's going at 26 mile an hour. It's going just above the crawler limit, whatever it's called for going too slowly. Now then, the Barstow is caught up, but I don't think it can go any faster than this. Well, we've got a fight for second place back. Not that the two of them may actually end up making contact. Okay, the Barstow is slowly catching up. It's actually going to make contact. This might actually be the slowest piece of contact to date in this series, because it's going to have absolutely no effect. Actually, it's going to speed up the SBR if anything. We can just use it. Actually, that may have brought the SBR back to life. I think, yeah, a little push here, just get it going a little bit. I had a little bump start, and that's it now going again. Okay, I don't know what happened there. It maybe got stuck in the low again. This thing, it does argue with itself with gear selection. That's taken out the radiator. I'm surprised that took out the radiator, and actually just ploughing through the Mulak engine was not the thing that took out the radiator. Now the limo's not too far from the finish line, and going at this speed is actually going to win the round, if it gets there. The smoke looks to be just brake smoke, or it could be a bit much. I think it might be a radiator, since this thing's going really slowly anyway, so it can't be the brakes, I wouldn't have thought. Now the SBR's got a new lease of life from, I don't know what happened to it, quite honestly. Although it's going a bit slow again, it might end up actually arguing with itself again for gear selection. And the Barstow, I think, is now on its last legs, quite honestly, if it wasn't already. That is, this round has been quite the destructive round. The limo, it's limping because the brake, it doesn't know what to do with the brakes anymore. But I think it should be okay to get round. Even if it dies now, it should be able to just roll around to the finish line, I think, with some good momentum, although it's quite heavy, so I don't know how that would work out for it. Although it has only got a few more corners left to go, and the speed is going up. Okay, I thought it died there for a second, but that was just it going around the corner. If the speed just suddenly drops now, then it will be out. Well, it will have died, it won't necessarily be out. But now then, coming now round the final corner, even if it cut out now, it'll be fine to make it up to the finish line. And then with a little final square of power now over the finish line, and the limo just makes it round. And now that does though knock out the SBR4. Let's put that on stop and let's see if this thing actually goes anywhere before it actually stops. It's going a little bit because the brakes still somehow did manage to cook, even with this thing going about at a quarter of the speed of at least of what it can do, probably even less than that. And the SBR, it's got going again by itself now. But it's too little too late. I mean, it'd have had a good chance, although I don't really know how it would have pushed I don't think it would have pushed the limo out of the way. And it's only going to be the Barstow which comes across the line in third if he gets there. But it's only going to be 2 cars that get through into the next round. That's going to be quite a few new faces for the next round. I mean, the Mulak, it survived last round, and honestly that was more than I thought it was going to do, but usual service was resumed for this round. Now then, round the final corner now, the SBR, which is, in all things considered, in pretty good condition still, although it is arguing with itself about what gear to be in again. And then coming now over the finish line, it gets here at least, although there's going to be no consolation because, well, it's out. Let's put that now on stopping. Is that thing going to make contact with the limo, or is it just going to stop immediately? Yes, it's going to stop immediately. Now then, this means you have to wait now for the Barstow to get round. This thing's limping at 30-ish mile an hour. Honestly, this thing does have a lot of power behind it, so I have to give a bit of credit to the AI for actually being able to control the thing. But it's not like the Caldera from the last round, where it just can't control it and just spins the wheels. This thing is actually controllable when trying to put the power down. The NOS tanks are actually dented. This thing has taken quite the beating from this round. Honestly though, surviving ramming the Mulak engine, I'm still surprised that that's not what took out the radiator, and it was ramming the SBR. Because once the radiator goes, smoke starts coming out immediately. It's not like you have to wait for the temperature to rise or anything. It would have been the second lap, so the temperature would have been up high enough anyway. Now then, it's coming up to the final corner. Quite a bit of smoke from the onboard. But now then, it's coming up now to the finish line. He's actually going to get here. I get a feeling though it's going to make quite a bit of contact with the SBR. Now then, it crosses the line at 29 mile an hour. I don't think honestly, I don't think this thing would have made it down the straight, honestly. Once again, now there's going to be quite a bit more contact. Just the story of this round really between these two. So now then, the car to watch for the next round now is the limo. So if you enjoyed this highly destructive round and 3 crippled cars trying to get around to the finish, definitely leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They'll also be linked down in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.